Hey guys, it's Tom. Wanted to take a look at a knife today. I've had this for a while, I just haven't shown it. This is a Marbels belt knife. So let's take a look at the sheath first. Now this is a Marbels, this is not no professional buck or anything like that. This is a nice heavy Cordura sheath. It's padded on the inside, and it does have a stiffener, where the Cordura is stiff. It's soft, but it's shaped. And it holds the knife extremely well. On the back, you have a belt loop. It's a stiff belt loop, but it's a belt loop. So anyway, on the back you got a belt loop there. If you don't want to wear it like that, it has, honest to God, they're elastic. Two verticals, so you can wear it scout carry. Or you can wear it mounted on a backpack strap or anything like that, and it's elastic so that it will go over the straps. It's a well thought out, great little sheath for your knife. For the price of this knife, I would buy it just for the sheath. Now, let me see if I can get a number off here. This is a Marbels MR 3116. 316, I'm sorry. Made in China. As you know, some of you know, Marbels now being made in Pakistan. Whoever dropped that up is a really idiot, but they've been bought out over the years. So what we're looking at here is the equivalent of, say, a Bucklight. It's got a 5-inch overall length, 3 3/4 inch cutting blade. It's a little bit bigger than your buck knife. Made out of 440C surgical steel. Yeah. Now, it's got a beautiful, like a Parker Rice coating on it, and you still have your little finger choil up here to do your skinning and stuff with. It's a thinner blade than most. I kind of like that. Now coming back here to the handle, which is the major part of any knife, to be honest with you. The knife handle itself is made out of a Durlin plastic, and it's got stipples in it to give you some traction. I don't know, there it's going to pick up. See these finger grooves? These finger grooves are elongated enough to where it'll fit any hand. I've got a fairly decent hand. It fits my hand, it fits my wife's tiny little hands, and it fits our kids' medium hands. It's held together by 2 pins, one access point for the blade, one to put the shaft and everything together. It is a lockback, and it's got a lanyard hold in the back. Now, I bought this knife because I've been looking for a standard lockback. It's just necessarily not a buck or anything like that. Because I have, well, as you can see, my arm's still not working right. But I have really weak hands. Just from the nerve damage from the stupid Lyme disease and stuff. But yeah, as you can see, this knife is sharp, and I use the heck out of this knife. Like the other one I was saying in another video, that, the Steel Warrior. I use it for opening envelopes, cutting up boxes, you name it. Now, the nice thing I like about this knife and that Steel Warrior is they both have easy unlocks. I have a roper here that I cannot use, a sod buster, because I can't unlock it unless I press it against something, crank down, and then try to do it that way. I also have a K9 Bushman, I think it's called, or a K8 Bushman. Same deal. A lot of my knives. Isaac Knives and Knowledge. He has my Explorer. Same deal. I have a hard time closing that because the lock is just really heavy. This one's light. Now, this knife cost me $12 on eBay. Am I going to say you're going to go out in the woods and survive with this? No. But it's going to make a great backup knife for around your camp. Processing small game. Processing deer, too. And I used to use, a Bowie knife for deer. It was a pain in the butt. One day, my brother uses pocket knives for everything. I gave him a Rough Rider Trapper years back when, and that's what by last year I shot, that's what he jointed it, cut it, gutted it, did everything with it. So pocket knives are the thing. And to be honest with you, I used them quite a few times processing my last few deer, and they weren't obtrusive. They weren't in the way. They just followed the contours of everything. Mind you, when it comes like splitting a pelvis or cutting the legs off or whatever, use a sawzall. If you're out in the woods and you're doing that, well, you have to be careful. But if you're carrying a hatchet or a bone saw or any kind of a saw, you pretty much got it made. So this is the Marbels 316. Like a Steve Austin thing. It's a nice knife. I like them. I have not a problem with the Marbels. The ones that are made in Taiwan and China, I have not a problem with them. They hold an edge. They're a good medium grade knife. And they look good too. Let me take 2 seconds. I'll show you one. Come on, Cher. You can do it. Alley-oop. 3rd floor. Here I come. I'm getting there. Don't run away. Slow down. I'm going too fast. So this is another Marbels, whatever you want to call it. This is the 200 coffin Bowie. I mean, they're beautiful knives. They make some really nice vintage knives. I can't say much for the Bowies. I didn't like them, but these mid-sized knives, man, they're nice. Sharp as razors, and they stay like that. So anyway, this is Tom. I want to thank you for your time and your patience. Don't forget to like the video and share it, because it puts me in the algorithm, and it also puts me out there where, people say, hey, this guy's crazy, I could sub him. And they do so. So, I want to thank you for your time and your patience. Sorry we're not outside yet, but we're having some problems here with the neighbors that I'm not going outside. We're working on it with the head office now again. So, we'll see you guys on the next one.